you doing today? Hopefully you are doing well, and we are going to be playing some Fallout 3. If you have any homework, or I don't even know if I assigned any homework, you know what, just write your name on a piece of paper, hand it to the TA, I don't care. I'll give you 100. Alright, so, I know I said we were going to, or I was going to do like I always do, and go and take any loot and stuff from the place we've been, but the thing is, we're still kind of in the middle of the story, so we are getting ready to meet the Brotherhood.
You honor us with your presence here.
Madison, I'm surprised to see you in here. What can I do for you?
Don't talk down to me, Lyons. I had nowhere else to turn. You must help us. Project Purity has been overrun.
Yes, I've heard reports of an incident there. What details can you give us?
The Enclave. They've attacked Project Purity. James is dead. There may be more, I don't know. You have to do something.
Then it's as we feared. Madison, I'm sorry this happened. I wish we could have done something.
Then do something now. They've taken over the Purifier. Lyons, they cannot be permitted to have control over it. It's not...
No. Calm down. You know as well as I do that the Purifier doesn't work. It's useless to them. Perhaps it's time to walk away.
That's not true. James, he found what's been missing. We know how to get it running.
Is that so? Does the Enclave know this?
No, I don't think... I don't know. I just don't know what's happening anymore.
All right, Madison, it'll be okay. Now, this is James's son, I presume? I can see the resemblance.
Yes. He knows what we need. Vault-Tec computer, something to locate equipment. Please help him.
Very well, we'll sort this all out. Hail.
I need to rest, lie down or something. This is just too much. Rothschild should help you, but don't forget that he's Brotherhood. I've never trusted them. Be careful what you tell them.
Hail.
Father, might I have a...
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, my daughter.
You just managed to get yourself into all sorts of trouble, don't you? Welcome to the Citadel. Not many civilians get to see the place. Paladin Gunny instructs all initiates in the use of power armor, but only after they've undergone a rigorous training regimen. Considering all that's happened, my father may grant you special permission, but you'll need to ask him yourself. Talk to Scribe Jameson. She is our keeper of the scrolls. She will want to know what you have found. She spends most of her time in the archives. You'll find them in A-Ring, near the Great Hall. I've read the reports, seen the initial scans, but I can hardly believe it. I figured those radio transmissions were just old recordings. Never figured the Enclave would actually show up, in the flesh. But don't worry. Whatever they try, we'll be ready for it. I'll lead the Pride to knock them out tomorrow, if my father permits it. You've seen them, so you know what we know. What more is there to say? If we can figure out where they're coming from, we might be able to stop them. If not... It's the best of the Brotherhood, bar none. No one gets in without my say-so.
You have my condolences. Your father was a good man. More than anyone else, I dare say. Certainly enough to know they're the greatest threat the capital wasteland has ever faced. The Brotherhood of Steel has encountered the Enclave before, you see. Over 30 years ago, back in California. Then they were led by a President...
What is going on with my volume?
It matters not now. As before, they seek to control and destroy. All in the guise of restoring order. Your father, I fear, was just the beginning. The Brotherhood is an old organization going back to the years just after the war. We are but a part of it. What would you like to know? The Brotherhood began on the West Coast. It exists there still. We were dispatched to this location many years ago. In truth, the Brotherhood of Steel has been struggling for years, both here and back home. Honor, truth, courage. These virtues seem to have little meaning in these troubled times, I'm afraid. Ah, now, that's the real question, isn't it? Our orders were, and are, to acquire any and all advanced technology. And we have, to the best of our abilities. But when I realized the extent of the super-mutant threat, I felt it was my responsibility to aid the people in their struggle against them. Unfortunately, my superiors back west disagree with my assessment of the situation. They feel I've grown too attached to the local populace. And they're right. In any event, the Enclave's arrival changes everything. It's been over 20 years since we arrived, and we've been struggling to contain and eradicate super mutants for nearly as long. With the arrival of the Enclave, I have a terrible feeling the super mutants are the least of our worries. Would you believe no? It's pathetic, really, considering we've been fighting those abominations for nearly 20 years. In all that time, all we've managed to do is to contain the threat, hold them back so they don't overrun every blasted settlement out here. But we don't really know anything. Where they're from, why they've infested the DC ruins. And now here we are, holed up in our Citadel. Low on resources, low on troops. It's enough to make an old man so very tired. Considering the circumstances, I think it would be prudent if you received such training, yes. Speak to Gunny in the Bailey. He will train you in the proper use of power armor. Fear not, I will send word that I have given my approval. You'll find him in the Bailey. I will send word that I've given my approval.
What is going on with my volume? Alright. Silence. Do not want to be demonetized.
I need to collect my wits and figure out what to do next.
May I say that I am sorry for your loss. I was acquainted with your father many years ago. The world has lost one of its few remaining visionaries. Think nothing of it. Now, Dr. Lee has explained your predicament. You need to locate some Vault-Tec equipment? A Gek? Goodness no, certainly not. I must say that there are some who doubt such a device really exists, let alone works. If, however, you share your father's determination, I may be able to assist you in locating one. Possibly. I'm afraid I won't be able to assist you directly. The news Dr. Lee has brought will require me to be elsewhere. I can, however, give you access to an old pre-war computer from Vault-Tec. It may have the information you need.
You'll find the terminal in the archives in the A-Ring.
You are welcome. If you require further assistance, I may be able to help.
Let's see what this is. Project summary. Classified eyes only. Military contract 38917, codenamed Liberty Prime. Project goal: no less than the creation of the most powerful combat robot the battlefield has ever seen, with the express goal of liberating occupied Anchorage, Alaska from its Chinese aggressors. Summary: the United States Army has succeeded in contracting both ROBCO and General Atomics International to work on their first joint project. The robot they created, Liberty Prime, will be a very embodiment of American military might. A walking, talking, nuke-tossing hero who will remind the world what it means to be a superpower. I am fully confident that the presence of Liberty Prime at the Anchorage front line will be the Chinese what Hiroshima bomb was to the Japanese in 1945. By Walter Street Beat Monroe, Capitol Post staff writer. In the startling turnaround from the previous policy of complete covert development, the United States Army has confirmed that they are indeed working on a new superweapon, one designed specifically to crush the Red Chinese invasion force and liberate occupied Anchorage, Alaska once and for all. Speaking at an Army press event at the Pentagon, General Constantine Chase stated, "No more secrets. The time has come to lay all our cards on the table so the Chinese can see with their own eyes that we've got the winning hand." The United States Army is proud to announce that for the first time in history, General Atomics International and ROBCO have joined forces to create for the great country a superweapon that will leave every single yellow-bellied Red shaking in their commie booties. Unfortunately for our reader, that's as specific as Chase is willing to get. While he and the Army are ready for China to know the U.S. is developing a new weapon, they're not quite ready to divulge what it is or when it will be ready for deployment. All in due time, all in due time. Rest assured, when this weapon is complete, liberty will come to Anchorage and hell will follow. Ooh. General Chase, I'm sorry, but you're being completely unrealistic. There is simply no way the robot will be combat ready in 3 months. The chassis is complete, all weapon systems are online, and the voice module has been programmed as requested. But power consumption is still our priority concern, and neither the doctors Honeywell nor Park have yet found an acceptable solution. We had hoped to subcontract Vault-Tech and utilize the talents of Dr. Braun, but apparently he's gone into seclusion, working on one of their own projects, and they couldn't reach him at the point if they wanted to. So that's out. I'll give this to you straight, General. This is the biggest robot the world has ever seen, and we just haven't been able to find a power source small enough and powerful enough to get the damn thing running with all its systems online. In 3 months, we might be able to guarantee the robot can walk into downtown Anchorage, but all of the weapon systems will be offline. Maybe you can just step on the Red Chinese. Dr. Stanley Bluefield, Project Lead. Back. Here are the results of the latest robot diagnostics. Mobility 0, navigation translation 0, internal processor 46%, weapon systems 45%, power management 37%, voice module 100%. Scribe Rothschild is confident that by redistributing power from the weapons and mobility systems, we'll be able to bring power management up to at least 67%, enough to successfully carry out a full activation sequence. Scribe Rothschild has completed a new full diagnosis of the robot. Here are those results. Mobility 0, navigation 0, internal processors 12, weapon systems 13, power management 1, voice module 100%. It has been determined that the written feedback spike, which resulted in overall system degradation, was in fact caused by the installation of a new power capacitor, as Scribe Rothschild suspected. Until further notice, scribes are ordered to cease any and all experiments that involve the rerouting of power from any robot subsystems. Current. Scribe Rothschild has completed the new mobility 0, navigation 0, internal processors 87, weapons 60%, power 3%, voice 100%. As the assessment of Scribe Rothschild, that once the power management issues are resolved, mobility navigation transition will jump to at least 50%, well within acceptable operating capacity. Described journal. Another day, another setback. We had tried, of course, rerouting power from weapons to the robot's other subsystems several times. Each attempt ended in failure thanks to the robot's overly aggressive combat subroutines. It's almost as if there's some hidden pocket of AI that keeps pushing against us, refusing to let anyone drain power from the weapon systems. I guess that shouldn't surprise me, considering why he was constructed in the first place. That's why I began work on the neural dampener in the first place. I was convinced I could trick the robot into thinking I had actually redistributed the power from some other subsystem, but the damn thing proved smarter than that. Certainly smarter than me. All I managed to do was fry some of the circuitry again and set us back another 3 months. What is wrong with the volume? There we go. There we go. Come on. Alright. We are back. Try this again. I'm tired of trying to reroute power like some kind of snot-nosed initiate. I don't care what the kind of drain it puts on the weapons, on the scribe's ability to research and maintain the weapons and armor. I'm proceeding with the AVF experiments. If I can successfully create an accelerated vector fusion module, similar to the technology I saw Dr. Lee working with all those years ago, we'll have our first real chance of getting the robot fully operational. Maybe then the Western Elders will realize our worth. Unfortunately, the AFV experiments haven't gone as planned. Bowditch suffered secondary burns, and at one point we accidentally channeled so much power to the robot's head lasers it discharged and nearly killed Elder Lyons. He was not pleased. I would assume not. We submitted this. Initiate activation system. Can't do that.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime. Mission.
Let's see. How much weight do I have?
Operation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all.
Okay, so let's go find the guy who can teach us how to.
You honor us with your presence.
Enclave's strength is at 100%. They're getting reinforcement from somewhere, but we still haven't determined the location of their headquarters.
Hey, Luke Wenz, how are you doing today?
The Brotherhood is at your service.
Doing pretty well. Anytime I get to stream some Fallout is always a good day. Ooh, I don't want to be here. Did she just drink from the toilet? Nasty. That's nasty.
Hail.
Look at y'all saying, why are they all in the bathroom? I don't know. Okay.
Need something, friend?
Need something?
I need the motherfucker who can show me how to put on the power armor so that way I can get to this shit. That's all. Alright, actually, is there the mission quest? No. Maybe. No. Oh. Okay. Where? Alright, he said the Bailey. Where the fuck is the Bailey? Bailey. Are you
Something,
Bailey?
friend?
Are you the Bailey?
Hey. The elders sent word of your arrival. I am Scribe Peabody.
There you
Welcome,
go.
etc. Now, I'm really very busy. Is there something you needed?
Yeah, I'm going to be playing, I played a little bit of Apex last Friday, and I'm going to be playing some more this Friday. I want to be start getting into it. Hopefully I can get better, because last time did not go very well.
You want to talk to Scribe Jameson. She's the archivist, not me. Talk to... She spends most of her time in the archives. Indeed I can. Pay no heed to those headstrong knights with their pop guns and bravado. It is the scribes who make the Brotherhood what it truly is. The brawn is useless without the brain. Each order of scribes is dedicated to a unique field, all equally important, all more important than those dim-witted grunts. Order of the Sword, Order of the Shield, Order of the Quill, weapons, defenses, and research, respectively. Sword, of course. Weapons, my boy. You name it, I've helped someone kill it. I'm the proctor of the Order of the Sword, you see. Weapons research, development, and maintenance, all my responsibility. Paladin Gunny can train you, but you'll need permission from... I'm sure Gunny could train you, but he won't.
Good lad.
So they have plasma weapons. Bah! It's strong technology, I'll give you that, but limited in modability. I've already started removing the compensators on our laser weapons to cut through the black devil power armor of theirs. We'll drop them like any other meat, don't you worry.
Why they gotta be black? Ooh, he prejudiced.
Foul, detestable beasts. They're like an infestation. We cut them down and they return again and again. Always so determined to kill or capture. But why? Ha! With my eye...
Alright, so over here, I don't know why I hide behind a door, but we have our armory.
Quartermaster Durga here, stranger. I have to say, I'm not sure what you're doing in my armory. We run a tight ship, and unless Elder Lion says so, we don't trade with outsiders.
This motherfucker.
Quartermaster out.
Fuck you, Dad. Alright. Need to find that motherfucker. Has the ability to train us. Smithy. You Smithy?
Oh yes, hello, I've heard about you. We don't get many strangers here in the Citadel, especially those who walk about unescorted. I am Scribe Bowditch. If you require something, simply ask. Why, a great many things. There are 3 orders within the scribes, you see, each dedicated to a different field of study. Of course, there's the Order of the Sword, Order of the Shield, and Order of the Quill. The Order of the Sword develops and maintains the Brotherhood's weapons. The Order of the Shield does the same for our power armor and defenses. The Order of the Quill is responsible for recovering and preserving knowledge, ancient and otherwise. I am Proctor of the Order of the Shield. I oversee the others in my order and make sure our defenses are up to snuff. Do you know how long it took to fortify these ruins? From the husk of the Pentagon, I carved a grand citadel. No easy task, my friend. Ah, but that was yesterday, when all we had to worry about was those damn super mutants. The Enclave, now, that's a different problem altogether. They're sporting some pretty impressive power armor, I'll give them that. The Advanced Mark II. But that's all right. With a few modifications, our own armor will more than handle anything they throw at it. They're relentless, like nothing I've ever seen before. I honestly think they see our brothers in power armor as some kind of canned meal. Some of the pieces we've had brought back, men and women ripped in half, some pulled through their armor. Just horrible. Oh, yes, I can. In fact, I suspect I could write several texts on the various details of the Brotherhood. But I suspect you're in a hurry, so what particulars would you like to know? I'm afraid the answer to that is a lot more nuanced than others might suggest. Brotherhood members are sworn to acquire and protect technology of the past, but not everyone interprets these oaths in the same way. Elder Lyons sees these duties as part of a larger dedication to protect the innocent. Some, like the Outcasts, disagree with these priorities. It's a rather sad story, I'm afraid. Last year, some of our soldiers had grave disagreements with the decisions of Elder Lyons. Disagreements spiraled out of control, and there was a schism in the ranks. The loyal soldiers practically threw out the dissenters. Now they call themselves the Outcasts. Where Elder Lyons has fought to protect the people of the capital wasteland, the Outcasts demanded we move on and leave them to their fates. They insisted there was more important technology to be recovered in a scientific base in the ruins of Fort Independence to the west. As callous as their decision may be, it's more in line with our original mission. Elder Lyons is an inspiration to us, but to them, he's a traitor. The soldiers rallied behind Paladin Kasdan, who was one of Elder Lyons' original squad. They served together for over 20 years. Kasdan was well respected and every bit as loyal to the Brotherhood as Elder Lyons. He just disagreed with the interpretations of our oaths. But when disagreements turned into fistfights, he left with the Outcasts. We lost more allies that day than we ever have to any battle. Lyons and Kasdan would have to agree to any sort of reconciliation, and that's pretty unlikely. They're both quite proud and stubborn. Me, I just wish there was a way we could all agree that at least we're still on the same side. There are bigger problems out there after all. As much as some of our soldiers would like to see them shot for deserting, there's not much we can do. We're too busy with the super mutants. Meanwhile, they're busy seeking out new technology and trying to get back in contact with the Brotherhood out west. So our paths rarely cross, but it's never pretty when they do. I just hope things cool down before it gets worse. It is a rather discouraging subject, isn't it?
Ooh. Oh shit. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Yep. Bad idea. Alright. No, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, fuck. Alright, I'll just leave that right here. Drop it right here. Take you. And just put it right back where I found it. I am. I am, in fact, having fun with that. What's up here? Nothing. Alright. One thing I did want to correct from my Fallout 4 stream, I said that Paladin Dance has the ability, or gives the perk where you can get a pretty much damage and defense boost when you're outnumbered. Is actually Garvey, not Dance. I only noticed that when I was... Okay, so that's Courtyard. I noticed that when I was editing the footage for my TikTok and YouTube videos, so that's corrected. Yeah, next time I play Fallout 4, I'm going to be going... Great Hall, Avery. Okay. Clearing out Cambridge some more with Kate, and then probably doing her mission, and then after that, getting Garvey, doing the Brotherhood stuff, or no, Minutemen stuff. Then after that, using Strong to help clear out places, and...
Hail. You honor us with your presence here. You want... No, I don't. What do you want? Talk to Scribe Jameson. She is our keeper of the scrolls. She will want to know what you have found. They're men. They're born, they live, they die. End of story. Shoot them, they die. Stab them, they die. Strangle them, they die. Sarah appreciates my methods. I fill a role no one else can. Spec Ops. Let's leave it at that.
Hail. Hail to you, stranger. I am Knight Captain Dusk, in service of Steel. If you require anything, simply ask. My story? I blow the head off anything more than 200 meters downrange. I'm the best shot in the Brotherhood of Steel, bar none. Not even Colvin can match my kill count. That's my story. Hey, wasteland humor. I like that. Got any more, funny man? I don't trust him. I know. I should take faith in my brother. But he disappears for days out into the wastes. He comes back without a word. He only reports to Sentinel Lyons, and he doesn't tell the rest of us what he's up to. I can't trust a soldier like that. The other guys, they think it's a joke. Glade's even got a betting pool going to find out Gallo's real name. A betting pool, honestly. Honestly, I can't wait to see if one of those helmets can stop a hollow point round at 100 yards. I'm thinking, not. I can tell you that those heavily armored ones, the Masters, they favor heavy weapons. Miniguns and missile launchers. My recommendation? Headshot from a distance. Avoid the meat grinder. We're the most elite tactical unit ever assembled in the Brotherhood of Steel. Here or anywhere else. Hell, ain't nothing Sarah's cubs can't handle. I'm a sniper with the Pride. Put any muty bastard within 1 mile of me and my rifle, and, well, pack it up, troops. Fight's over. Coleman thinks he's a better shot. Man's delusional.
Calvin don't know shit. Alright, I will definitely be coming here and fucking taking a bunch of shit. Damn. No!
What aid can I offer?
Bailey! Is there a Bailey in here? Bailey? Bailey? Is this a Bailey? Lab, Gray Hall, Barracks, B-Ring. Okay. Guess we... leave.
What aid can I offer you, outsider?
The den.
Yeah.
What do you
Hey, name's Greg. Greg Bayer. Most of the guys just call me Kodiak. Heard about that mess over at the Purifier. Don't you worry, you're safe here. Gallows, he's not a bad guy, truth be told. He just doesn't talk much. And if it ain't soldiering, that boy has no time for it. Tell you what, though, he's the meanest son of a bitch around here. All business. The rest of us, we get our R&R in, not Gallows. There's even a betting pool on who can find out his real name. Talk to Glade about it. He'll tell you. Now that's a story. The only reason I'm here is because of Elder Lyons. You see, I grew up in the pit. Don't suppose you ever been there, huh? It's about 500 clicks to the northwest. Place is a nightmare. 3 irradiated rivers coming together. People there were not well. But the Brotherhood of Steel came down on the place with a righteous hammer. They called it the Scourge. It was a Brotherhood operation. They marched in and swept the place clean. Most of the people there were half mutated, cancerous, vile things. And these people, great gangs, torture squads. It was pure chaos there. The Scourge is the best thing that could have happened to it. This was way back, before the Citadel was fortified. Part of the early recon after the Brotherhood first arrived in this area. One night, a squad of brothers led by Paladin Lions swept into the city from over Mount Wash, tearing apart anyone who stood against them. They were completely outnumbered, and still they razed that place to the ground. As they swept through, the Brotherhood policed up every non-muty child they could find. Turns out there weren't that many. Me and maybe 20 others. The younger we were, the less of a chance that we were mutated. It was ugly work, no doubt, but it had to be done. I'll never forget the sight of the Brotherhood of Steel breaching the breast of the mountain at dawn. Elder Lyons brought us all back to the Citadel. He said it was the safest place he knew of. This place was still being converted. He put us in as initiates and kept a watchful eye over us. He was tough, but he taught us to stay alive. The man's like a father to me. Nah, the amazing thing is Elder Lyons. He risked everything. Went in outmanned and outgunned. I'll never be able to thank him enough. So I do my best to serve the Brotherhood. I know that's what he really wants. In time, I'm sure you'll understand. There's meat under that armor, and meat can be grabbed. Hell, I've killed more of those yellow Frankensteins than any other member of the Pride. Except maybe Gallows, those crazy solo night ops of his. Now, I see the Brotherhood's one thing, But the Pride, best of the best. Every damn one of us. Handpicked by Sentinel Lyons herself. Hell, I do it all. Recon, demolition, tactical assault. Guess you could say I'm the Pride's jack of all trades.
Glad to see you and that egghead Lee made it here in one piece. I heard what happened to that purifier. Hell of a thing. You figure out his name yet? Yeah, I had thought not. Man, I don't know. Fighting uglies is one thing, but we've never gone up against anyone that well trained or organized. Even their tech is better. Don't get me wrong, the Pride's in it to win it. And I'll go down shooting if I have to. I just hope I don't have to. Man, nothing dies like an ugly. I once saw Colvin snipe the leg off one at 200 yards. Thing pirouetted like a figure skater. You, my friend, are talking about the most elite fighting force ever assembled within the Brotherhood of Steel. Each of us was handpicked by Sentinel Lyons herself. You can't even realize what an honor that is. Sarah defines combat excellence. Me? Heavy weapons, miniguns, missile launchers. If it's bigger than a human and goes boom, I'm all over it.
Nope. Take all this stuff later. Give me some sleep. Alright. Where is... Don't need to go to court.
Hey, let me ask you something.
What is it? What aid can I offer you, outsider? What's been going on? Well, let's see. For years, we've been draining our resources defending the ungrateful residents of this no-man's land. Most of my best friends have either been ripped apart by super mutants or left to join the Outcasts. And now an enemy we faced more than 30 years ago has resurfaced, and their tech is still better than ours. What's been going on with you? I really don't want to go into it. Go bug Scribe Bowditch. You could talk a dog off a meat truck. What do you need to find? You are currently in A Ring. Here you will find the Great Hall, the Lion's Den, and the Archives. Beyond this area is B Ring, quarters for the Knights, Scribes, and Elder Lions. Outside in the Bailey are the training areas and access to the Initiates Barracks. Other than that, down those steps is the lab. Be careful around there, the Scribes are touchy about who goes near their toys. You could say that. We have an old robo-doc. He's a bit creepy, but he does the job. You'll find him in B Ring. Well, any one of us would see Knight Captain Durga down in the lab, but since you're an outsider, you'll need permission from Elder Lions. As if we didn't have enough to worry about. Their weapons are better. Their power armor is better. Is their training better? We'll see. You know how many uglies I've killed? More than all of Lion's Pride combined. That's how many. All it takes is a loaded weapon and the will to use it. Oh, and a good way to get ugly blood out of your armor. Little bit of Abraxo and some water. Works like a charm. What is it?
He said something about the Bailey being in the courtyard. Let's see. Just I want to throw one tower. No shooting. Not shooting. Are you? Are you the Bailey? Is your name Bailey?
Initiate, you've got a lot of nerve to interrupt. Oh, my apologies, stranger. I thought you were one of these worthless initiates. I swear these kids would be lost without me here to powder their asses. I am charged with the duty of turning these maggots into Brothers of Steel. With the threat of the Enclave, they're likely going to be pressed into service before they've taken the oath. So I've got a lot of work to do. Heard you were coming. Yeah, I can train you, but don't ask me to like it. My initiates sweat blood, and you just get a free pass? Anyway, you ready for this? Now look, to wear power armor, first thing you need to do is relax your muscles. Let the suit do the work, okay? Now you. What aid can I offer you, outsider? Killing unarmed civilians makes me sick. Come over here. Try fighting someone who shoots back, fucking cowards. Why do you think I ride these initiates so hard? I make training hell so fighting those uglies won't be.
There we go.
Yes,
Done.
what is it?
I
Very
want your
well.
good shit. Alright, let's see. Damage resistance 31 or damage resistance 9. I know what I'm gonna use. Oh,
I don't like the look of this. Very well.
sure use that. 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 And we're good. Now you see, unlike New Vegas wearing this armor, they're not going to give a shit about what I wear. Therefore, go back in.
So, what's the latest report?
Actually, which way to come? We came in through here.